So, this is actually adapted the very first case from the actual game itself, so I was kind of thinking to myself, I've seen this somewhere before, and I realised it's actually the first case in the first game. I thought, okay, so we actually gather knowledge that actually Ryuichi's kind of really novice when it comes to being an attorney. He's already had the badge for 3 months, so this is actually his first case. And he actually took the case on the first one, which Chihiro says, why did you take it on? It's kind of like a homicide case, it's quite an extensive kind of thing. It's like, because the actual defendant that I'm actually defending here is actually my childhood friend. Yahari's actually his childhood friend, the one who actually made him go into what he's doing right now. So it's kind of like, it has a sentimental value to the actual kind of story itself. I was kind of like, yeah, okay. But then basically we actually find out he's actually been framed for the murder of his girlfriend. We all know he hasn't done it because Yamano kind of goes a bit nuts later on. It's revealed through cross-examinations that Ace himself, or Ryuichi, basically finds out that actually the times in which the murder actually took place and where he actually found the body didn't actually match up, and he actually found out the clock itself, which what Hardy actually made for her, actually was wrong, in the sense she's actually kind of corrected when she came back from America, because she was in America the day before the murder even took place, and then through that he actually found out that actually it's actually quite slow, in a sense. Basically, when it's 4 a.m. in Japan, when it's 4 p.m. in Japan, is what I'm trying to say, it's actually 2 a.m. in America, so basically that's how you find out it's actually 2 hours slow, but actually in theory it's longer than that. But he actually found out, oh, okay, so that's basically what happens, and then in that turn he actually revealed that Yahari's actually innocent, and that's basically what the extent of the case was. I enjoyed it. I freaking did enjoy it. The actual adaptation itself was freaking amazing. I was like, I can't actually say anything against A1 Pictures. They did a freaking good job. They nailed the tone, nailed Ryuichi's character, they nailed the whole world itself. I was kind of like, God, everything was exaggerated, which is what I really wanted, because again, I played the games quite a lot. I'm not like that extensive into the kind of world itself. I played some of the games. I played the most recent one on the 3DS, but the very first one when it first came out, because it's freaking impossible to find over here in England. I managed to find it, and I played it. I was like, this is actually freaking great. So I actually was quite like familiar with the world of Ace Attorney, but I think the thing I have to get most used to in this anime is the more American, or more Japanese in this case, names, because in America or in England we've got the actual Americanized name. So I think Yahari's name in English was actually Larry Butts, and his girlfriend was called Cindy Stone, if I'm correctly, who's also a model. But yeah, I was kind of like, I think that's the thing I get most used to in this anime. Other than anything else, I'm completely fine with the adaptation. It's freaking great. I loved it. I thought it was actually one of the kind of better adaptations that A1 Pictures has done. They nailed everything. The judge was freaking amazing. I was like, if you don't nail the judge, you're freaking lost it. But everything was exaggerated. Everything was freaking amazing. Everything was done. The actual animation itself was great. Chihiro's basically still being best girl. It's kind of like, freaking yes, I did a great job. I was kind of hesitant. I was thinking to myself, could they do a good job going into this one? But no. I'm actually kind of shocked. A1 Pictures says, dude, they did a freaking great job. But yeah, so hopefully going forward we actually get more adaptations of the cases themselves, because they do work as a one episodic kind of thing, because I don't think it could have worked as more than one episode, because basically I don't think it would have worked longer. The way they did it was freaking great. They actually gave us the whole extensive case itself, gave us the actual like testimonies, the cross-examinations, and the whole story at the end. We find out Yamano was actually a person who's been burglarizing the apartments, and he actually walked into the apartment as she was coming home, because she walked in the apartment at the same time he was in there, and then in the state of shock, when he saw her, he actually murdered her. That's basically how we find out. And I quite like the humour as well. The humour's freaking great. I like Ryuichi's character, because he's just a novice when it comes to this kind of thing, so it's really freaking enjoyable to see him in this world, in the sense he doesn't really know, he's not really familiar with the world itself, so he kind of has these quips that he doesn't really know what he's doing sometimes, but he's smart at heart. So I was like, I'm content. I am fracking damn content. I'm gonna watch this anime until the end, because it's actually a freaking, the game itself is amazing. Just the anime itself, hopefully as it continues, will actually keep in the same vein, because it will be freaking great. We won probably one of those underrated animes of the season. But yeah, that was Ace Attorney, because it's going to freaking it's going to be very hard to get used to the actual Japanese titling for the characters plus the actual name itself. So, with all that said, we in Driver. If you leave a like, do leave a like, it's quite a bit, leave a sub, do leave a sub, quite a bit, but we'll see you in Driver, and I'll see you later. Bye.